Alrighty, so we got this side done. We got the filter, pre-filter all cleaned out. We got our new plant digged into the ground. And we will continue cleaning out these. Now we got one for the irrigation system. And that one is behind this plant. Right here. So if you look here, it came off a 20-gallon, I believe, Tetra filter maybe. And I adapted a hose to it, and then put another hose into that hose, zip tied it real tight, put an air line into it, feeding air to it, and that's how it works. And of course I got the phone upside down again. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is just kind of slide that right off, and you can see that is pretty full of shiza. So that's pretty full of shiza. Wow. So I have been feeding the fish a lot lately, and yeah. So always control your feeding, because this is what happens when you feed too much. Get a lot of food stuck to your filters. We went ahead and squeezed it out real good, nice and clean. And now we're just gonna slide it right back on. Same deal, use the knife for the inside, scissors for the outside. So what we're gonna do is just slide it right back on here. It's not so easy, and you can't see, of course, but you get the point. So we got that one back installed, still running good, still working. Everything's still working good. We didn't unplug anything on accident. So we just moved it right back into the location where it was, right by the undergravel filter, which is facing backwards. Now we got it going where it's supposed to be again. So it does have an undergravel filter, but just on the left-hand side. So now we just got one more to do, which is the last filter, overhang filter, which is right here. I'm just gonna slide that off the thing. And you see all that food on there? Wow, whole lot of food on there. It's a whole bunch of krill and dead shrimp. It's pretty full, so same deal. We're just gonna put it in our bucket here and rinse it off. You can see it's pretty nasty. They all are. A whole bunch of food. So this is stuff you don't want to collect up. So if you ever get like you want to spoil your fish and start feeding them a whole lot, then you will start having to change your water a whole lot, especially your pre-filters. Pre-filters are excellent. They will catch all the food and everything, so they don't actually go into your overhang filter itself. I will talk about the swamp filter. So now we got light. And yep, so now we're just gonna siphon out some water. So we got all the pre-filters moved out, and so now we're just gonna really get in here and really make sure there's nothing in here. And I'll just break that up real good. Nothing really gets in there. If you have to, you can even, you know, some of them, all these are buried real good so they don't actually move. Because when I add water to it, I add it on this side, and I don't want my fake decorations to be going all over the place. But these are not actually into the ground, so we can actually remove all these. Make sure we really get in the back here. So a lot of food likes to go in the back. So we're just gonna be cleaning the aquarium. So this is what I'm gonna be doing, just knocking some stuff around, trying to break it all loose. And I'm just cleaning the aquarium. There we go. My fish are pretty used to doing this because I do it every Sunday. Sunday is aquarium work day. And it's, you know, sucking out some water. I will talk about the overhang for the swamp. So this is an overflow right here. The box was actually missing, the front box, when I bought the tank used. came with a 10-gallon wet and dry swamp filter. It had the back box. I had this, but nothing was connected. It was connected to this. It wasn't connected to this. So I had to get a new, I don't know what that's called, no idea. But I had to get one of these and connect it to this and screw it into that and get one of these, and I used some silicone in there just to make sure it's 100% watertight, and it's good to go. And I just dropped my pokey stick, which is way back there. Alright. I can't get to it. Don't you hate it when something falls behind the aquarium and you can't get it back out? Alright. So I got this because I can poke stuff. I've been poking stuff in here occasionally, just to make sure that I can poke it. I don't know why I got it, because this is way better. This is from the dollar store. I like this a lot, made out of plastic. But before we get carried away, because the water is actually filling up pretty fast, and we gotta make sure Boss is not stuck to the tube, which he's not, so that's good. Alright. But yes, so I had to build the front box. But after I figured out that the front box was missing, and this was the reason why this was not working, because it was just overflowing so fast that this was, like, it just was not working, trust me. So you definitely want the front box. But that works great now. Put some zip ties in it because I don't want the fish to swim into it, and it works great. So I'll put another sponge in here, which I'm going to pull out right now, because it's not running. And also this collects all the food and everything before it actually makes it to this. So the water is about to fill up, so I will be right back. I went ahead and rinsed it out real good. And if you have a lot of money, I would just say to replace them on a weekly basis. But we're trying to save money too and make the hobby as cheap as possible, because it's a very expensive hobby. But there's nothing wrong with this pad, it's still good. I would say these pads are good for probably a month, maybe 3 weeks, depending on how much you really feed them. And you can tell when they start to wear out because they won't hold their thickness anymore, and they just start stretching and all this good stuff. So we're going to put it back with this, put it in here, we're going to flap it together real nice, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we put it back in there like this. This will allow it so it doesn't actually clog the hole permanently if I'm away at work or something. And we do it like this just so it can, you know, when it overflows, it collects all the, you know, grit and food and everything before it actually goes over. So I'm going to concentrate on this a little bit, because so far I've taken out 2 gallons. I have 30 gallons to go. Well, I have 30 gallons to do, so I got 20 gallons to go. So this is 3 more buckets, and I'm going to concentrate on cleaning out. No wait, I already did 1 bucket. So I only got 2 more buckets to go. Only 2 more buckets to go, so that's good news. So I'm just going to practice, or not practice, but just work on cleaning off all the decorations, get on the back of the aquarium and everything. Look, there's the crayfish. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I got a lot of the water mixed out, and I'm getting ready to fill it back in. Still a lot of stuff floating around, but you don't want to take out too much water, and the water you do put back in, you want to try to match the temperature as close as possible. No more than 4 degrees difference, I would imagine. So you can hear it's already overflowing. What I use is this. There we go. Focus. Wow. There we go. I like this a lot. I get this at Petco. It is, I believe, $18 a bottle. But I believe this is, you know, I don't know, it's good stuff, and it lasts a long time. But alright, I usually add a capful to 5 gallons. Which is probably a little bit too much, but it's okay. So I'm going to try to put this all together and make a nice solid 15-minute clip. I don't think that's going to happen, maybe 2 clips. And alright, I wish you guys a very, very good night. And that's a little bit on cleaning this aquarium. Bye bye.